it's Alex and welcome to Hey Little Thrifter. Today I'm going to be talking about the books on my October TBR, and I generally don't do monthly TBRs unless it's for a readathon or something, but this month I really wanted to put together a good looking stack of books to read in the run up to Halloween. First up, I have a couple of anthologies. The first is October Dreams, a celebration of Halloween. This is edited by Richard Chismar and Robert Morrish, and it's a pretty hefty book. It's I think about 600 or so pages, and I've been reading this the past couple of Octobers, so I got about a third of the way through each October, and that leaves me with the final third of the book to read this October. There are short stories from a really great selection of authors here, and it's also interspersed with Halloween memories from a bunch of the authors too, which is a really fun idea. It's just all the Halloween in one book. What more could you want? I'm really looking forward to diving back into this one soon and just, picking it up throughout the month. The other anthology I'm going to read is Local Haunts, edited by R. St. Clair over at Regina's Haunted Library. This is a HorrorTube anthology, so all of the authors here are part of Horror BookTube or AuthorTube. It's such a great idea, and the concept behind the stories is that each story is related to that author's local surroundings and some kind of spooky story that maybe they grew up with or that is related to the area. So really cool idea. I think this is going to be perfect for the October month and the run up to Halloween. I have pre-ordered this one and it comes out on October the 1st. I will leave a link below if you also want to go order it. I'm not related to this book at all, but I do have a bunch of friends in the collection, so obviously want to shout them out and support them, and really looking forward to reading this. Okay, so all but one of the rest of the books on my list are young adult or kids books. I really just want to feel like a kid again for a bit and have fun and get all of that nostalgic goodness. Most of the ones I've picked are from the 1980s and 90s, and one of them is a more recent one. And of course I had to pick a point horror book or two. I decided to go with these two. The first is The Dead Game by A. Bates. This is about a group of friends who start a game in order to get back at people that have wronged them during their school year, and they just want to embarrass these people that have bullied them, and of course things get out of hand. Maybe people start getting killed. This one sounds like a lot of fun. And the second is The Body by Carol Ellis. This is about a teenage girl who is hired to read for another girl who was in a horrific falling off a cliff type of accident. She is now paralysed and mute, but the more time they spend together, some dark secrets are uncovered, of course. Really looking forward to this one. Next up is one of the Camp Crystal Lake Friday the 13th series. This one is book 2, Jason's Curse by Eric Morse. I only have books 2 and 4, and I think they are standalone stories, so I don't think it really matters what order you read them in, so I'm just diving into book 2. This is about a teenage girl who heads for Camp Crystal Lake because Jason killed her brother and she is out for revenge. Next up is The Midnight Club by Christopher Pike. This is about a group of teenagers who are in a hospice, and they meet at midnight each night to tell each other stories, and they decide to make a pact between them that when one of them dies, they will try to contact the others from beyond the grave. This one sounds great, and I'm also particularly looking forward to hearing more about this guy with the mullet and the cut-off shirt. Next up is The Dance by Barbara Steiner, which is book 1 of the Dark Chronicles trilogy. I only currently have book 1, but we'll see how I like it and if I want to get the other 2 books. This is about teenage girl, surprise surprise, who joins a mysterious dance troupe. She is given a medallion that was worn by a girl no longer in the troupe. Nothing suspicious there, and when she wears it she feels kind of pulled and guided to do certain things, specifically dancing, it sounds like. I don't know, I'm here for it and I really look forward to reading this one. Okay, the next two are kids books, middle grade books. First up is part of the Creepover series. This is book 9, No Trick or Treating, and it's by PJ Knight, which I have my suspicions is a pseudonym. And this is a super scary, super special, and on the back it broke the creepometer. So pretty excited for this one. This is about a young girl who moves to a small town and she finds out that they don't do Halloween, they don't do trick-or-treating, and she's like, but it's the best thing ever. But of course there is a reason that they don't do Halloween in this town, and she finds out what it is. Dun dun dun. Next up we have a Goosebumps book, my first ever Goosebumps. I'm so excited. This is Let's Get Invisible by, of course, R.L. Stine. This is about a young boy who finds a mirror in the attic and it has the ability to make him invisible. So of course he has a lot of fun doing that and getting into all kind of crazy hijinks while being invisible. But the more and more he uses the mirror, the harder he finds it to get back to being visible again, and maybe he will be invisible forever. And last up I have one more adult book, but it is described as Goosebumps for adults, so I thought it tied in nicely there. Do you see what I did there? Yeah. Anyway, this is Sabbath of the Fox Devils by Sam Richard. How could you not be taken in by that title and this beautiful cover? This is about a young boy who I think uncovers some dark secrets in the area that he lives, and I'll read you a little snippet of the back just to describe it. It's part homage to the small creature horror films of the 80s like Ghoulies, Gremlins and The Gate, and part splatterpunk take on a Goosebumps book. Need I say any more? So excited for this one. I bought this a couple of months ago, but I've been saving it for October. So that is my October TBR. I'm really excited for all of these books. I think it's going to be creepy and spooky and a hell of a lot of fun. A lot of these are short and quick reads, so there might even be a chance that I will cram in some more books in addition to these ones, but we will see. I didn't want to like go too wild with this TBR list, so yeah, this seems totally doable and I'm really looking forward to diving into them. Let me know if you've read any of these, and I would also love to hear about what you're looking forward to reading in October. Thank you ever so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!